Welcome back to the Journeyman save. We are one episode away from the January transfer window where unless someone buys one of my players for a significant amount of money, not really got anything planned for January with, obviously, as you are well aware by this point, £6 in my budget. And we start with the Dundee local derby. We then have Aberdeen followed by Hearts, which are two very important fixtures, as you can probably tell from the nature of the league table right now. So two important competitive fixtures followed or precursored by one very important local derby. 3 points would go a very long way. We have beaten Dundee United every time we've played them so far. So now that I've said that, I shall probably go and lose this one, shan't I? Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save so far. I appreciate your support on this Journeyman save. F1 content is still coming to you as regularly as we can get it to you right now. We've got the 4 remaining Grand Prix, I think, left in the Drivers' Championship by the time you see this. So keep your eyes peeled next week for the Portuguese Grand Prix and Las Vegas as well. Saying thank you to Big Money Mike, to Kira and to Ben Lucas for your support in the comment section on the last episode. Thank you very much indeed. Let's get cracking with today's episode. We're not going to waste any more time. I'm going to waste some time by sorting out my lineup because everybody is absolutely dead. After that, we shall go and play Dundee United. Oh dear. Dave in goal for Dundee. Then a 5-back of Ryan Strain, Pavle Jelevic, who's 6'7", Gordon Jovanovic, Ross Graham and Will Ferry, Babunski and Odada in the midfield again as ever, Fotheringham, May and Trapanovsky still their front three as well. Options on the bench aren't great, but my team is significantly weakened, as you can quite clearly see there. Only the one outfield player over 70 rated for this one. Not ideal, especially for the derby, but not really much I can do. Everyone else can't walk. There's definitely some sailing puns that can be made about Ferry at some point later today. It's not a great clearance. Oh! I enjoyed that one. Don't know whether you could tell. That was a really nice flick. And I tell you what, we could get Tiffy in behind here. Go on, Stiffy. Go on, Stiffy. No, Ross Graham deals with it. Good agility from the defender. Terrible ball watching by his teammate, though. And we'll look to get Stiffy in behind here instead. Have to look for support. I've got 3 there. There's the best one. It's Mulligan. Mulligan! Deflected corner. Okay, first chance comes and goes, but we're looking decent. Rover with the ball. Kumetio gets absolutely nowhere near it, and Babunski couldn't have thrown himself at that anymore if he tried. Drill it in. It's Ingram. Lay that in front of Roe Conchi. Give it straight to May. Oh, we've won it back, though. Just say never mind. Chance over. The chance still lives. Wasn't sure where to go. Stiffy, one way. Little back heel. Oh, maybe he should have played the extra pass. I didn't think about it quickly enough. Oh, I never run into a dada. Balls! I should surely have had a 1-0 lead there at some point. Somehow. But I haven't been able to muster it. That's a nice tackle. Could still have the chance of taking the lead here. It's a lovely take by Stiffy. It's a brilliant save by Dave. Well intercepted. Still strong at the back, despite going down in rate. Going down in rating at the minute. Is Titus Browning. Fatner out wide again. Oh, they're in. It's May. He squared it. It's a great goal. Odada gives United a 1-0 lead. We're in trouble. Trapanovsky tackled well. And out to Mulligan. Right, he's got some space to do something, but not really any support to help with doing of the something. Tuck that back to Robertson. And back to him again. Mulligan's got some pace. If Stiffy can make me a decent run, or maybe just provide me with a decent finish, we could be back in it. But we're not. Good save by the keeper. We've had the best chances, but they're the ones that have the goals so far. Can we create one more chance before half-time? Rover tucking it back. Foul, maybe. The referee says no. Right. By far and away, the best man on the pitch. Their striker, Mr. May. And has proven it right there and then. 76 rated. And showing every last single attribute with that finish. Didn't even speak. Just watched them build it up. Watched him shoot. Couldn't get near any of it. And we trail by 2. We're going to lose our first derby game. But on aggregate, we're still winning. Dundee United are having their day today, it seems. But we're the ones in Europe, so fuck them. Robertson. Out to Rover. Stiffy in the gap. Oh, I mean, it's okay. As if you've not got the shot away there. It was really well built, despite the inconsistent nature of the build-up. And then he's just swung and missed at thin air. It wouldn't have given us anything in terms of points, because we definitely wouldn't have got a second, but goal difference could be important come the end of the season, so that extra goal might well have really genuinely helped. United 2, Dundee 0. For the first time we lose to our local rivals, which hurts quite a bit. But if we can bounce back with a win against Aberdeen and Hearts, then we'll allow it. We're back to full strength, thankfully, for this one. Dimmy in goal for them. Devlin, Rubezic, Molloy and McKenzie, Juric, Palaversa, Keskin and McGrath, Clarkson at cam, and Pape Habib Gay at striker. They do still have Ducky on the bench. There he is, Luis Lopez. Busoyan is going to be decent too. He's come off the bench and had an impact. And Petrov, I think, is actually a backup goalkeeper. So we won't see the likes of him in the game. But as you can see there, it confirms we're back to full strength, thankfully. So hopefully the results will be back to normal as well. And keep the run going whilst they can. Soboth will look to spin the defender and burst behind him. And he's left him for dead. And the thing is, Adam Armstrong isn't really available yet. Want it back though. Edge of the box, Roa Conchi does have the occasional banger in the locker. His locker's closed right now. Gutierrez. Nice ball through to Soboth. He's going to turn the defender nicely. Armstrong just ran offside, unfortunately. Gutierrez will look for Adam Armstrong again, though. Shoot calls the crowd. Shoot we did. Mitov with a lovely stop. And then Soboth just managed to get himself back on side there. I think he should have the pace to get away from the big defender. We did, and then all of a sudden he didn't. So that's good, isn't it? 37 minutes in, and that's as good as it's gotten, really, other than the Roa Conchi blocked shot and the one Dimmy save we forced out of him. This has been a dud game, lads. Keskinen's gotten away from me. It's a good ball. It's not a great clearing header, but somehow it has gone clear. Alacy's there, actually. Left back getting forward well. Looking for Dompe. Looking for Armstrong and failing fucking miserably, because of course he did. He's won it back though. Roaconchi. Oh, Armstrong just ran the wrong way at the wrong time. That pass was dead, but somehow it's found Roaconchi, who's beaten his man and doesn't give us the lead. The one piece of luck and the breakthrough we were waiting for to give us a 1-0 advantage. And Roaconchi's missed the target. Well intercepted, Gutierrez. Lay that in front of Magoma. Try and get forward here. There's plenty of room to do so. Fucking hell. Nobody can pass a bloody football in the snow. It's worse than the wet at the minute for that. Nice tackle by Magoma. Lovely switch of direction from Soboth there and Armstrong. Oh, shouldn't have thought about using Dompe. Christ alive. I can't do a thing, lads. What is going on? Important result this if we can get it too. Keskinen. Lacey does well. I guess the most important games for us this season are going to end up being the Scottish Cup and Europe now, aren't they? Because we know we're not going to win the league. So as a result, this is probably going to be our last season at Dundee. If we're definitely not going to move to one of the old firm clubs for next season. So potentially our focus should shift to cup competitions for silverware rather than the league, where we're obviously not going to get anything. So perhaps the draw isn't as gutting as it might well have been if we were genuinely challenging for the Premiership title, which obviously, rather evidently, we are not. But no side can get close to Celtic and Rangers in real life, and I feel like it would take 5 or 6 years to get close to them in an FC save as well, to be fair. And that's not really what we're looking to do in this Journeyman. We are looking to try and be dominant and build at each club that we're with. But obviously, if it's going to be too long a project, considering we're locked to 15 years in the save, we can't really commit to a 5 or 6 year spell somewhere. Nor really would I expect views to maintain themselves if we were somewhere for 5 or 6 years. We can get a goal here right at the end. That'd be huge, though. But no, not going to come. A 0-0 draw against Aberdeen. Oh, balls. Focus is definitely shifting to the cup competitions, isn't it? Hearts have lost their last 2 games. So the gap to third still only sits at 4 points. If we'd have picked up back-to-back victories in the first 2 games today, which was a distinct possibility, had we had everybody fully fit and the game had gone as we anticipated in both occasions, then we could have been third and then with a chance to pull away here. Joaquin Ezquieta in goal for them still. Gerald Taylor, Kai Rolls, Craig Halkett and James Penrith at left-back. Baranjim and Devlin still in the holding roles with Oda and McKay still out wide and Danda sat behind Vargas, who has 18 goals this season. They've got Callum Neuvenhoff on the bench as well to call upon. But we are not full strength, but close-ish. Still some fatigue in the squad through the busy Christmas period, but we're dealing with it as best we can, given the size of squad we have. Having to play another game in poor conditions is a bit frustrating, but I should expect no less over Christmas in December. In Scotland, should I really? You're only ever going to get rain and snow. Just haven't had those obvious clear-cut opportunities. Are you onside, Tomic? He is, you know. I needed Gutierrez to loiter on the edge of the box then. He's driven into the middle. Armstrong works the space, forces the save. It's the best I could do in that situation. Just try something. McKay delivers. Can't get anywhere near it. Drill it quickly to the edge of the box. And Roa Conchi might be able to find a teammate here. If he could control a football even in the slightest. Danda with a ball down the line to Vargas. Kelly Held is with him. Trying not to get done. I got done. Oh no! Hearts 1, Dundee 0. This has been arguably the most frustrating episode at Dundee since we arrived. Oh, sharp turn by Oda there. That was really nicely done. Going to get that away, but it's only going to be... Well, we're not actually going to get it away because my guy decided to ignore the football. We're 1-0 down at half-time. Hearts are a good side, and we have been absolutely hammered by them in the past, but I feel like there's something in this game for us if we can find it. If I can find anything, any sort of form whatsoever today, it'd be absolutely lovely. I feel like I'm playing with a team of 20 rated players right now. That's gone a long way wide. Well, there's 19 minutes left. And quite frankly, they're going to be 19 long minutes of nothingness unless something changes here. Gutierrez seemingly fell over about 10 years after the challenge actually came in. Looking for Armstrong here, though. And please bury this. Why is this touch got to be so fucking heavy, though? Just because it's fucking raining. It's like, oh, shit, now. If that's in the dry, he just runs fine. Neuvenhoff will take the corner for them. We'll clear it, and they'll win by a goal to 0. Fuck my life. All right. 2 defeats and a 0-0 draw. We haven't scored a single fucking goal today. Wonderful. We're still comfortably in the top half of the league. So we're not going to drop out of the top 6 anytime soon, despite our indifferent form. 7 points now, the gap to Hearts, unfortunately. Rangers drew their last match day, so they've fallen a little bit off Celtic now, I think. Unless Celtic also dropped points on that particular match day. Rangers drew 2-2. Celtic drew 1-1, so the gap's still just 2 points then at the top. Actually, let's have a look at the Scottish Cup there to see what the situation is in that particular competition right now. And we have St Mirren in the Scottish Cup. So I'm gonna switch my focus. We are going to switch our focus to the Europa Conference League. And yes, that was Ipswich in the Europa League, and also Ipswich finishing second in their in the table in the Europa League. Unbelievable, Jeff. We're going to switch our focus to the cup competitions. We now no longer give any shits at all about the Scottish Premiership, and I'd be half inclined to simulate every Scottish Premier League game from now on, to be completely honest. But I'll gauge your feedback on that before making a definitive decision. I am going to go into the settings here though and definitively turn off weather effects. Off, thank you very much. The rain is just broken and there's no other way to phrase it. So In the next episode in January, I'm not anticipating any bids for any of our players, but they may well come. We have actually that cup game against St Mirren, as well as Aberdeen again and Dundee United again. So well, to be honest, I'm sorely tempted to sim the league games that aren't Celtic or Rangers. So we might play St Mirren tomorrow, or in the next episode on Monday, play St Mirren, sim the others, and then go and play both legs against Djurgården in the Conference League. Because at the minute, I'm just a bit disenfranchised with disenchanted with the way that the save is at the minute, and I'd like to quickly change it with nothing to fight for in the league whatsoever, literally whatsoever. I don't know how Scottish football fans of any clubs other than the top two actually enjoy football, because they're never going to stand a chance of winning anything in the league. I guess there's still the chance of European football in the lesser spots, but it's not the way that we go about business in the Journeyman, and not the way that we go about business on FC. We like to win, and we like to win well, and I feel like I've thrown my toys out the pram a little bit today, but I don't actually mind that much, if I'm completely honest. So we will probably quickly bring this 5th season of the Journeyman to as swift an end as we can, whilst hopefully challenging in the Scottish Cup and in the Europa Conference League. And then we'll move on from there. But for now, that's all for today. Thank you very much for your watching eyes. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more. And I'll see you in the next YouTube video.